Alright, so in this quick video, we're going to cover an application of the radioulnar joint that you can do in the gym with dumbbells when you're doing bicep curls. So for the most part, when you see people doing bicep curls with dumbbells in the gym, typically people are only really working the main flexor muscles. They are working the biceps brachii and the brachialis. Those are two of the main muscles involved. We see they do flexion, and then as they bring the bar or the dumbbell down, extension. These two motions, as we know, occur in the sagittal plane only. However, we can actually we can work some other muscles in the arm, in the radioulnar joint, for some added hypertrophy and whatever you want to talk about. And we can actually do that with dumbbells. This doesn't really work with barbells, as you'll see in the video, which we'll show in a minute. But as we curl up by doing a simple supination, we can actually work additional muscles. In particular for flexors, we can actually work the brachioradialis, which we mentioned, also deals with supination. And just to give you a little bit more information on this, whenever we do the bicep curls, it turns out that with a twist of the arm as we come up, and you'll see it in a minute, in terms of a supination, we're actually going to contract and work a muscle called the supinator, which you can see is very close to the elbow but distal to it, okay? And let's now switch over to that video and we'll conclude with that, and hopefully you'll learn something that you can do in the gym to work more than just your bicep and brachialis whenever you do bicep curls.
One main misconception about biceps is that they operate in one plane of motion, meaning this way, like this. A lot of people are going to train, they're going to do preacher curls on a bench where their shoulders are pulled forward and their biceps are isolated very well because they think that this motion right here is the only thing that the biceps do. Unfortunately, that's not true. The second function, other than elbow flexion of the biceps, is supination. You really need to have a rotational aspect of it in there to get the full effect on the muscle. While the preacher curls and other exercises out there may isolate one part of the muscle, they're really only 50% efficient because they're missing out on the rotational aspect. Instead of starting with your palms facing out like some people do, where they're just moving in one plane of motion there, what we want to do instead is start with their palms facing our body out in front of us, and as you curl up, you're going to twist towards your shoulder, rotating your forearm out as much as it can go until your elbow won't go any farther. Then back down. And again. So automatically you can see this isn't a conventional style of curling a dumbbell.